During the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover. As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how, by refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
And I said, hey, oi, let's chop your penis off. Oi, can I have me penis back? Why do you have dreadlocks, you white oppressor?
Royce Lopez.
Always be aborting. A always be aborting. Always be aborting.
Breaking news.
Breaking news,
You're
guys.
hearing it only on our show first. Apparently Donald Trump has worked out a deal. He will get the wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rock climbing wall.
Oh, no! The other side's going to be a slide. You climb the wall up and you just
lands into a nice, clean, chlorinated pool. And then you immediately get a welfare check. Fucking A.
Oh, shit. He was a boy, he went to girl, now he wants to be a boy again.
Oh, God, just stay a girl if you're going to be this indecisive.
I think Caitlyn Jenner's a handsome woman with a great penis. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trannies. I just don't want to put that one's cock in my mouth.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast. Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time, here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Friday afternoon, end of the week episode of your favorite right-wing comedy show, Revenge of the Cis. The hit show that dares ask the question, yeah, did you get that memo? It's, Mike Shealy, Royce Lopez, joining you to round out your week with a little bit of levity. Don't forget to rate us 5 stars on Facebook, iTunes, Roku. Share, like, subscribe, all of that jazz. And feel free to subscribe to our show in audio form by searching Revenge of the Cis on iTunes. But share this right now, this feed. You share this But yeah, so the memo has been released, huh?
The memo's released, and we're going to get to that. But first, we have to thank somebody for their service.
Oh, shit, that's right.
Very important. We meant to do it yesterday.
Yes, we got a new, we got Thomas went ahead and pledged $12 to the program, $12 monthly fee, a VIP subscriber.
That's more than Netflix.
And for those of you that didn't know, $12 a month is the level you reach where we can enter you in contests, giveaways, and things of that nature. So hopefully Thomas wins himself a pair of Trump slippers or something cool on our upcoming live broadcast. But Thomas, to you, sir, we thank you for your service.
Fear no danger, shun no labor, let the round pop. We say we're two wars, two wars, two wars in Dixie. Send them back your thirst and fire, send upon the curse of lies. Two wars in Dixie. Against the flag of Dixie, hoo-wah, hoo-wah. Dixie's land, we take our stand, to live and die for Dixie. Two wars, and conquer peace for Dixie. Two wars, and conquer peace for Dixie. Dixie's wars.
Thank you.
Thank you
for your
service, Thomas.
It means a lot.
And I'll tell you what, I'll go one better. I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to tell you guys right now, follow him on Twitter, okay? It's Thomas, Thomas, of course, 072297. Very catchy.
It's good. I
Very
remember
catchy
that.
Twitter handle. Very easy to remember.
That was my
Thomas
locker
07.
combination.
Yeah, so follow Thomas Nance at Thomas, 8675309.
But that's not it. That's the Jenny song.
Whatever, fucking pull the slider back.
Figure it out. You'll
Rewind
find
it.
it.
Yeah, this isn't. Look, you're not listening to this show on a fucking cassette deck. It's not that hard to go back 2 seconds. Go, what do you think?
Yes. I see you, chat room. We will get Hank you back on. I promise you.
Yeah, to answer that, I am working on getting Hank Yu back, but he's
insane?
He is insane. He also tends to get zucked a lot. So he's always bouncing.
He's out in the wind.
And then he's bipolar. Like one day he hates you and the next day he's cool with you and
Yeah.
he deletes you and he blocks you.
He's
and
like
he
an
unblocks
Asian
you.
Nick Abbott.
He really is.
Yeah.
He's like I don't know, I'd rather hang out with Hank Yu.
That's fair.
Nick Abbott's a fucking mess.
I would love to go to a bar with Hank Yu. Can you imagine the fun you would
I
have?
go with a little Korean guy in a cowboy hat going, let me tell you something about these goddamn K words and N words. These sons of bitches. You're just like, this guy's the best. Like, he's the kind of guy, even like black people and Jewish people are just looking at him like, I can't even be offended.
He seems like
God
a Mel
bless you.
Brooks character. You know what I mean? Like just
the Asian Confederate.
yeah, the Asian Confederate. Like, come on. We'll try to get him back on. Like I said, he's basically like Jason Bourne. He'll just disappear.
Yeah, bro. He's an elusive creature.
Yes.
The Hank Yu.
Yes.
That's how the Hank Yu lives. You ever seen his head come apart like that? Yeah, so we're working on it.
Rumor has it right now he's staying with Jesse Ventura in a shack in Mexico, but we're
riding
confirm.
around on our motorcycles. Me and Hank Yu, my good pal. Civic nationalism is the future.
Oh, Jesse, get some sleeves.
And get some sleep.
Yeah, you look real
you look terrible.
Like, Mike and I were watching the video of him, and it's like old Jesse is sad. Like it's sad.
He's he should have, look, all due respect to you, Jesse, but certain people, I don't like when certain people overstay their welcome.
Right.
Like, I don't want to see old gray-haired, I don't want to see bald Kurt Cobain. Like, I'm glad he's not around. You know what I mean? And I think Jesse overstayed his welcome by about 5 or 6 years. Cause
Now he's all feeble like this. And you're like, oh, boy, Jesse.
he is not the fucking tough guy with the mustache that ran for governor.
Well, also on this episode, we promised you we'll be getting to Fear of a Punk Planet first hour.
We are going to do Fear of a Punk Planet today.
However,
but we did get interrupted today.
by the memo.
The memo. This is it, right?
This is the
This
memo.
is it. The swamp is now drained. All is right with the world and everything is fixed, right?
The swamp is not drained. So, first off, if you want a very good reading of the memo, go to revengeofthesis.com. Garrett, head writer there, he did a read of it a couple hours ago, so if you want to hear the whole thing, his take on it, and it's great, go to revengeofthesis.com. You can listen to that there.
Yeah, if you want to hear a smart guy break down the memo for dumb people, go to revengeofthesis.com. Garrett's very good at that.
So what I did was, because like Mike and I have said it, we're not the intellectuals. That's not us. However, we do have people that are. So I asked our buddy, not CIA Steve. If you've heard of him, the guy is very qualified.
Yeah, we usually defer to smarter people.
Yes.
What do you think about this?
So, exactly. So
We're like ugly male versions of Tommy Loren.
Yes, basically.
What do you think, y'all? I got to get on the air.
We asked not CIA Steve what his take was. He says, confirmed by McCabe, FISA warrants / applications are made up of numerous pieces of evidence, but it seems as though the dossier was the basis. And the memo purports that the FISA court wasn't told the dossier was in reality opposition research. It was sold as an intel collection report. It's important to remember that this is one version of events. I love to see Chef's memo or the whole FISA warrant. I'd say that too. I in no way think this memo is gospel. But if there are lies, the Dems need to show otherwise now. Because they argued that it shouldn't come out because sources and methods might be compromised and said it was cherry-picked. Then it was back to sources and methods are compromised. It also says that the warrant was supplemented by the media, which that's fucking nuts, on the dossier. But Steele briefed media members, so that's kind of a closed circle.
That wasn't, but why is everybody shocked that that it was supplemented by the media? We've been saying for months, the Trump pissing on, the Russian hookers with Trump and them pissing on the bed and all that stuff, that was made up by 4chan.
Oh, yeah, no, you did say that. You're right.
But I've been saying it for a while. They supplemented this memo is not a shock to most of us. Like, a lot of people in the know are like, yeah, this is basically what we've been saying since October of last year.
I guess it's shocking that there's proof, some sort of proof to back it up.
Well, yeah, I mean, and it's great news, but
Yes.
people are like, wow, this is, yeah, but we knew that when they came up with the Russian piss hooker story, I knew right then. I was like, oh, man, you guys are just fucking winging it.
Yeah.
You guys are fucked.
Not CIA Steve said also McCabe was sacked early. You have to ask why and why he got the deal to get paid through his initial retirement. Probably because he threatened to corroborate the memo. That's true. But that's speculation, of course. Again, I'd say the memo is interesting and worth being investigated. The initial Dem opposition was cherry-picking, not fabrication. By the way, the FISA warrant is different from the investigation under Mueller. The memo seems to say that the Greek prompted that. So I said, so do you think that this will not affect the Mueller investigation? Not CIA Steve said. Well, now that depends. If he's built a chunk of it off of the page, then it will. More importantly, it taints everything. This is where, again, I know it's an overused word, where the optics do come into play. And questioning how much of the page warrant gave them grounds on Flynn. If the two taps are connected, then Flynn's charges are suspect. And if that's the case, then how can Trump have obstructed justice?
It's simple. I didn't.
I've been
telling you people for a year now.
Yeah. I did piss on those hookers, though. That was me.
Yeah, it was incorrect in that they did say that these Russian hookers would piss on me. It was the other way around. I piss on all these hoes.
Yeah. And he thinks that if charges are to come out of the Mueller investigation, there'll probably be some fucking scapegoat.
It's not good. Yeah, it's not, but it's not good. But if I have to see one more of you fucking Pizzagate boomers, all you fucking MAGA, all you hashtag MAGA alt-light faggots going, oh man, we finally got him. Release the memo. We're going to lock her up. If you think that anybody in the Clinton level or above is going to jail for a day, you are a fool. You are a fool who has bought in to the silliest beliefs in our system, that justice always prevails and all this horse shit. People in that level, dude, there isn't a person in history that has run for president. Don't even forget about winning. Any presidential candidate in history are playing at a level where they will never get in trouble. Stop. You're fucking embarrassing yourselves. Everybody going around having a fucking ticker tape parade on Twitter today. Woo, we did it! We're going to take them down. You're not going to take fucking anyone down. Now, what will come of this, I hope, is that the Democrats have been so badly damaged now that they will not, this little, remember the blue tsunami they were talking about?
Yes.
It's going to be a blue wave. We're going to take over in the midterm elections.
Where they're going to have Keanu Reeves infiltrate a fucking surf bank robbing scene.
You need to stop robbing banks, bruh.
God.
Guys, What was his name? Johnny Utah. What was his name?
Oh, stop it!
Johnny
Every
Utah.
time you bring it up. By the way,
And he played
there
for
has
the
been
Ohio State Buckeyes.
There's been a lot of corny movie names. Sylvester Stallone ones, John Spartan. Like, I get it, dude. There's some bad ones. And I've always said this. Johnny Utah is the worst cool guy
Doesn't
movie
Johnny
game.
Utah sound like one of the names that they would give like an Arnold Schwarzenegger character?
Yes!
Because remember every character
Yeah.
from an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie had the most American name possible. It's always like, Arnold Schwarzenegger is John Mason. I'm an American cop. And
No, you're
like,
not.
No, you're not.
You're not.
But yeah, that was look, I do certainly think that your little blue wave that you had planned, well, it ain't gonna happen now.
Yeah.
You guys are you've been blown the fuck out.
They got caught with their pants down bad.
Again.
Yeah.
Again.
And by the way, after the embarrassing Joe Kennedy thing, like, you guys are just...
And I just want to say that the Dreamers are gonna... Didn't he sound a little like a white, childlike version of Barack Obama?
No, he did not, because Barack Obama did not speak Spanish so hilariously.
But I'm telling you right now, we're gonna stand up to this Trump guy.
let's
This
take him
fella,
out.
he's no good. Excuse me. Does anybody have a handkerchief for a...
Y mi
Pockets.
hermanos también. You fucking asshole.
And los mi hermanos es tu
Two
hermanos.
It's just... so, I even after the show, I've been
Familia
obsessed.
and los Americanos. What are you saying?
Oh, fucking hate him.
I guarantee you Jack Kennedy probably spoke better Spanish.
They were better off running Johnny Utah. I will 100% agree.
No, I will not. To todos nosotros and las familias and los America. It's just fucking embarrassing. I'd have rather him gotten the guy who did the voice of Mayor Quimby.
Yes.
You have Hank Azaria out there playing him. Is it Dan Castellaneta
That's one,
or Hank Azaria? Because there's two guys that are basically The Simpsons.
Right.
You guys are going to take... Look, if you thought... Because, look, I even think on your behalf that 2016, it was bad for you guys. This is going to be like a fucking curb stomp. Like the election was... somebody taking a bat to your knee and you hitting the ground and you going, oh, God, this hurts. It can't get any worse than this. This midterm election is going to be your face on a curb getting crushed like a rotten pumpkin in November. You're
Just
done.
beautiful. Just beautiful.
If the fucking, I'm telling you, dude, and don't start getting cocky, Republicans, okay, because you fucking blew it with the Roy Moore thing, and you guys have a tendency to go out of your way to fail miserably. Please, I'm asking you, GOP, please don't fuck this up. Please continue to project the strength and unity that you did at the State of the Union. Please don't blow this. Please don't run a fucking pedophile in North Dakota as a governor. Like, don't do any of that. Run some nice, clean, young guys. Maybe some guys in polo shirts.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. And don't let guys like Paul Nehlen, God bless him, and I know the listeners are going to beat me up for this. Paul Nehlen's our guy.
No, he's not.
No. Listen, Paul Nehlen is a fucking clown, and he's hurting us right now. We only can afford like one or two Paul Nehlens during these midterm elections. Let's not turn this into an alt-right shit show. Let's just fill the seats. We'll continue to lower taxes. We'll continue to disband obsolete government
like
agencies
stuff
and
that actually helps people.
But stop this shit.
Yeah. Let's fucking relax. It's both sides, the extreme sides. If you give them an inch, they immediately go into one side. Let's give hormones to babies, and the other side, it's all the Jews. I'm like, everybody, calm down.
We're going to outlaw all abortions ever, including retroactively.
Yes.
Everybody who's ever had an abortion
Jail.
is going to jail right
for
now.
murder.
Look, okay, relax, guy.
Calm down.
Jesus, both of you. I think it's going to be, it's like Roy said, and just like not CIA Steve said, there's going to be one unlucky fuck who's got to go do 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? He's going to do it sitting on his fucking hands. He's not going to give a shit.
And when he gets out, he's going to write a book.
He's going to be on Fox News.
Yep. He'll be fine. That's what I think.
Hannity will be like, coming up next, the Fall Guy, he's a great patriot, man. Like, Just like they did with fucking Ollie North. They paraded him around.
And Hannity's too busy having Tommy Loren say his last word of the show every day. So, or whatever he calls it. That's what that's what she's doing now. She left Glenn Beck to go to Hannity and do his last thought, which makes sense, THOT of the day. And
That's how they should spell it. That would be awesome.
I would fucking be amazing.
So they're doing that every day now?
Pretty much almost every show, yes.
Yeah, but you notice he ain't doing it on his radio show, right?
No.
Only on the TV show where you can look at her.
Are you saying...
I'm saying that Tommy Loren, much like I've dated girls like Tommy Loren, she is the most gorgeous, most worthless human being at that news network. Hands down. She is a really, really gorgeous, stupid idiot.
Now, we have to be fair.
God, I
Someone
love her,
did
though.
Tommy Loren's
God bless
final
her.
thoughts with subtitles.
It's time for Final Thoughts. Well, Sunday night's Grammy Awards proved once again how out of touch the celebrity elite is with the average American. You elitist fools have turned every award show, every...
Yep, rich people are out of touch with ordinary Americans. Great observation. This guy, look, I don't care what his political stuff is. He's fucking funny. So we're going to play this.
performance and every march into an anti-Trump tantrum. Thank you for ruining award shows.
The first comment was sarcasm. When I said great, I meant trite. That means commonplace or cliched.
Pop culture, sports, entertainment, and ratings for the last 2 years plus. You barely even celebrate yourselves or your work anymore. You celebrate your Trump derangement syndrome. It's actually kind of hilarious yet pathetic at the same time. A little obsessed, maybe? But you know, I really love the skit where celebrities read from the Fire and Fury book. But do you think it was wise to resurrect Hillary Clinton and make her the face of your movement yet again? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's great that Hillary is so popular with the celebrity and entertainment crowd. It really helped propel her to the White House in 2016, right? Oh, wait. In fact, each time Hillary makes an appearance, we're reminded why we voted for Donald Trump, so thank you for that. But I
can't with this bit. Look.
She doesn't even write her own things.
Every time Tommy Loren speaks, all I can think is saying right to her face, look, you're very pretty. You're very pretty. But I need you to shut up.
I need you to stop talking now.
You know what? Tommy Loren should just sit next to somebody smarter and let them talk. Like honestly, she should be a valet for Tucker Carlson. Like the old wrestling valets. Like Tucker Carlson does all the in-ring work. Let Tucker do the match. You know what I mean? Ring general. But let Tommy just sit there. Like,
yeah, I agree with him.
You're the Miss Elizabeth of fucking newscasters.
But she's hot. We will agree that she's super hot.
She's the prettiest in the world. But, like, it's, you know, look, I say it very often on this show. God doesn't give you everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you ever notice somebody has a 10-inch dick? They're usually, like God will give a retarded person a 10-inch dick.
I'm not retarded.
Or, like, you know what I mean? Like a dude who works at Jiffy Lube.
Yeah.
Like, it's never, and,
it's usually a guy that's wearing a jumpsuit.
yeah, and this gorgeous dummy. It's just, oh my God, I would love to see her IQ be tested.
I'd rather see her tits. For being honest.
Oh man, I don't know.
IQ or tits?
I've seen a lot of tits in my day.
Yeah, but not hers.
You've seen
I've also seen a lot of stupid people, so I mean...
You've seen 12 to 15 pairs of tits. You've seen literally every pair of tits.
Okay, that's fair.
That's
fair.
I worked in the titty bar biz for almost 10 years. I want to see how stupid this broad is. I want to peel her brain back like an onion and just look inside and figure out just how stupid she really is.
Well, and finally, I know we've been pushing it back.
I know. We owe it to you guys.
It's about time.
Digital Entertainment Network.
Let's give a quick recap for people that may not know. We've done Chad's World. I recommend after this episode, go watch Chad's World. It's on our channel. It's great.
Yeah, don't watch Chad's World. Watch us watching Chad's World.
Correct. It's way better.
So, yeah, 1999, Digital Entertainment Network. It was the Netflix before it was Netflix. YouTube before it was YouTube. They were going to deliver streaming content to your home on demand, bop, bop, bop. But it was owned by a bunch of gay pedophile degenerates. And it was just basically used so they could like finance a mansion and fuck young boys. But they did film a lot of terrible stuff.
Very dated, very 90s.
This particular project was not a Digital Entertainment original production. This was actually something that was made by the guys from, I think, the Vandals.
No effects.
No, but one of the guys was, it's because this isn't Fat Mike. It's a different guy.
Okay.
No Effects is in this, and I think they helped fund it, but it was the guy from either, I think it was the Vandals. But anyway, I digress. This show was optioned by Digital Entertainment Network, and it's a punk rock show, brah. For punk rockers, by punk rockers.
Oh,
man.
stop it. All right.
Fear of a Punk Planet, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go. Episode 1, no FX. Oh, God. Remember moshing? Rainbow Boarded. Jenny Kwan.
Oh, no.
George Valencia.
I hate this already.
Gina Marie's flicking the camera off. She doesn't
Bro,
care.
She doesn't give the fudge.
Whoa, calm down. Joe Escalante and Brian Gomez.
Joe Escalante from the Vandals. I was
I'm excited. All right,
I
here
knew
we
it was
go.
somebody I remember.
Fear of a Punk Planet.
Ugh.
Pilot episode.
What you fuck you?
Whoa.
Oh, hey, guys, come on.
We don't want to get demonetized.
You know kids are watching this. It's so bad. Oh, God. Everything about this.
I do like No Effects, though.
No, I get it.
It was one of my favorite
I'm not
bands. It's
talking
still
about
one
the
of my
band.
favorite bands.
Look at the people.
To be fair, I mean, these are kids and they're fucking, these are kids.
I get it,
show.
and fine. I will look back at some of my old pictures and I cringe.
And it's 90s kids.
Yeah. Are they going to have an episode, or is this just going to be a concert?
I don't know. Is that what this is?
No, there's an I know this is an episode. As a matter of fact, Kyle Gass from Tenacious D's in it.
Cool.
I mean, that was my reaction.
Yeah, I don't care about it.
I was like, cool.
I wouldn't care if Jack Black was in it, frankly.
That's a good point. Are we going to get to the...
Are we just... Is this just like I feel like I'm watching a DVD that came with like a compilation CD.
Here we go.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Hold up.
Hey!
Fire guy says we're full.
Oh, no, but I have a ticket. Come on. Look, I'm skinny.
Wow,
I wanted
Esther
to be
Koo
on
has
this.
not aged a bit.
Wow, she's a bad actor.
Hey, leave fucking. Is she 12 or is she just Asian?
She both, I think.
Well, it's Digital Entertainment Network.
Yeah, so we okay, 12.
This place is a fire trap.
What?
Is that Frank Caliendo? No.
No, that's Kyle Gass.
Okay. Oh my God, I thought that. I really for a second.
However,
thought-
it could be Frank Caliendo playing Kyle Gass.
that is true.
He's the best
he
impression.
does these voices. You sweat it with real people.
The wiring is shot. The ventilation is bad. Look, I'm not going to compromise the safety of anyone, even these.
Why is this train conductor worried about fire things?
Costume. Really
Tickets,
bad.
please. Tickets.
If you don't have a ticket, I'm gonna kick you off the train. Also, you're over capacity, buddy. See, this is a small punk town here. We're in Salt Lake City, so I'm actually the fire chief, and I'm also the train conductor.
Oh, fuck.
The train has to keep stopping so you can get out and also make fire inspections. People on the train are like, Christ, when do we get out of here?
When you hit a truck and a bunch of senators get boo-boos.
children.
Oh, please rescue me, Fireman Fred.
That's the take we're going with. That was the take.
We're finished, guys. We're good. We got it. We're good right now. We don't need any more takes.
We're going to go to Chad's mansion and fuck
Yeah, we
these
got
kids.
stuff to do, kids to fuck.
We got things to do.
You want to sit here with these stinky fucking
Yeah.
cigarette butt stinking punk rockers? Let's go. Come on, get in the truck,
Go,
guys.
go, go, go.
Go.
That's enough, Mulan. It's time for you.
Whoa, racist. Mulan. Topical, too.
That's enough out of you, Szechuan sauce. Why don't you
Yeah.
move it along there, Gookie McGee?
I don't listen to Orientals.
I know you're talking, but all I'm hearing is ching chong ding dong.
Now, why don't you and the rest of your karate chops get out of here?
You and your freaky friends
Hey, how did
should
you
go-
get here? Via container ship? Am I right? Hey, I'm just kidding. Go on in, kid. Enjoy the show.
2 minutes in.
Yeah, we're not very good at this.
back to your little misfit holes or wherever you crawled out of? This club is unsafe.
There's nothing wrong with this building.
I have a badge, and I say it's unsafe.
They couldn't even get him like a badge on his shirt. It's one of the badges on his hat.
Also, I grew up many years going to shows like this in high school. Okay, I can tell you that if that place is running those sorts of shows, everything is wrong with that building. Nobody has ever. Have you ever seen a luxurious nightclub in Miami Beach hosting fucking VFW level punk shows? No. Unless they're. You know what? You know what?
You know what place has that? Usually a place that sells quarter wings on Wednesdays.
Yeah. Listen, the only bars that host like punk shows for fucking 18 and older are bars that are like one phone call away from bar rescue. They're going out of business.
They
And
sell
they're like,
buckets of Pabst Blue for $3. That's the kind of bar. The place that still has a cigarette machine in there from the fucking 80s.
and it has a pack of obsolete cigarettes still in the machine.
What? I don't know cigarettes enough to know what.
I didn't even know they still made Winston's. They're in there.
I think I got him.
Right next to the Lucky Strikes.
Oh, and by the way, France called.
France?
Yeah, they say they want Quasimodo back.
So this retard is eating food from a dustbin?
Yeah, bro, because that's what all punk rockers do. See, again, I grew up in the punk scene, and we would always like do edgy things like eat our food off of a fucking dustbin. That's what you do,
I
bro.
thought it was just Jenkos and wallet chains.
Punk rock! Ah! I mean, just go get a paper plate, nigga. Fuck is wrong with you?
Or go get McDonald's like real punk kids did after the show.
Yeah, exactly.
You go to McDonald's and you hang out there until you have to go home.
It's pretty much it.
Yeah, you just fucking hang out, get stuff on the dollar menu until you have to order something if you guys are going to hang out here. So you all buy one 10-piece nugget and share it so they don't kick you out.
Do you think stupid fat Kyle Gass, like, he did this scene and then he went, like, excitedly told his friends, like, I'm in this new pilot. It's going to be dope. I had the line of the show. I was like, hey, France called. They want Quasimodo back. It's a show geared to kids that are into punk rock, so I doubt they're going to get the reference, but it's still pretty cool. Oh, God, I hope I can figure out another way to get famous.
Kyle
I
Gass.
hope I meet a much more talented guy that I could team up with. Ride his coattails.
And that didn't happen. He ended up fighting Jack Black instead.
You found a guy of equal or lesser value.
Was this before or after Tenacious D was in Biodome?
Were they in
Oh, yeah, they were the
Oh,
band playing outside of the
no.
dome. Yeah. Yep. 100%.
Biodome is that is a fucking movie, man, that I just can't
It
watch.
sure
now.
is a movie.
It was a movie and it was made. That's about all I can say about it. It was one of my favorite, like, you know, back when you're stupid, you watch like Billy Madison
yeah.
and shit. But that's like Billy Madison, man. It just doesn't hold up at all.
The good Baldwin brother, by the way.
I had the Biodome soundtrack. I used to jam to that when I'd skateboard to school. 45-second
I don't wanna
skip
be your friend
protection.
anymore.
Bro, 45 seconds
I
of
don't
skip
wanna
protection.
be
So
your
you
friend
could
anymore.
skateboard with the CD player in your
And then you
pocket.
went home and just ate out of a dustbin.
Seriously,
VFW.
do you have a permit for that guy?
Fuck off.
Look,
Language.
I'm going to finish my inspection now. And for the sake of human decency, I pray to God that I find something.
Whoever wrote this is like old people writing for what they thought kids liked. You know? Kids like references to Quasimodo. That's a big one.
One more violation, and I'm going to close you down.
Jerk off.
Was he calling him a jerk off or was he asking to jerk off?
It's a dense show, so I don't really know anymore. I'm
Be
confused.
specific. We all came from Chad's house. Big sleep over there tonight at Chad's place.
He's like, yeah, whatever, jerk off. Chad Shackley pops up in the background. Somebody say jerk off. I'll go call Mark. I love how everybody has fresh band T-shirts on too. Like, they're all wearing fresh brand new band T-shirts.
Pulled it off a merch table with it still like has the lines from where it was folded.
Those were never a thing at those shows.
Oh, it's cool, man. Yeah, Max he's all drunk. He's trying to tell a joke or some shit.
Did you guys know that one?
What was that?
Awesome.
No, seriously, look at this editing.
On stage.
Oh, it's cool, man. Yeah, Max he's all drunk. He's trying to tell a joke or some shit.
Did you guys know that one?
It was, bro. It's funny, man. It's like funny, dude.
I think that kid fucking was the second worst thing to come out of Den.
That's pretty funny, dude.
No, it's not.
It really is aggravating.
How can I help you?
Okay, check it out. It's like, I got like 12 members of my family here tonight, right?
Yeah, you're Mexican.
They're all proud and shit. They think I'm like Chicano Van Halen or some shit. Or like this is the Hollywood Bowl or some shit. He was like four.
First off, Chicano Van Halen is Carlos Santana. And you fucking get that straight next time, buddy pal.
Yeah, seriously, Paco, before you get on the fucking other side of the wall.
By the way, it's punk music. You're playing the same 4 chords, not pretending like you're some fucking awesome guitarist.
4 members of my family, they went out the back door to take a piss, right? It's like they tried to get back in, and now they...
So this has a cartoonish vibe, like with the chains and the like. Ultimately,
No,
are
it
they going to
doesn't have-
steal bags of money with dollar signs on them
Clearly,
next?
it doesn't have a cartoon vibe because animation requires effort.
That's a good point.
The door's all chained up.
There's a chain on the fire door.
Yeah, and they...
Dude, the acting is really good.
I know. We've
There's
been looking.
chain on the fire door. There's a chain on the fire door.
There is a chain on the fire door.
That's the one.
That's the one. Nailed it.
That's a wrap. Over to Chad's house.
There's like four members of my family, they went out the back door to take a piss, right? It's like they tried to get back in, and now the door's all chained up.
There's a chain on the fire
They were
door.
trying to get back in, but they were prevented because it turns out, as they know, they're Mexican. So
And
they're not allowed in this kind of place.
It's really weird.
And they keep on knocking, but they can't come in and
I'll go with you. We just got to take over this since we're done with the show. I'm sorry, guys. We had to just
Sorry.
for a second take a breather.
That was. Oh, okay. Just don't go back, though. Let's just play through.
I would
to that.
never do that.
Yeah, you-
Fire door.
yeah, and they keep on knocking, but they can't come in and shit.
Okay, don't worry. Get back on stage. I will take care of it. Just get over there.
Someone in the chat said, B. Dankin says, who's this fake ass Carlos Mencia?
Probably Carlos Mencia.
yeah.
Although in this, I believe he's credited as Carlos Holmesel or whatever his fucking
Ned.
name. Ned.
His
Ned.
first name was Ned.
Ned Holmesel or whatever.
Oh, here comes a P joke.
Mark, what's your 20?
Code word, rock block.
I don't.
Y'all got that. Who said cock block? I didn't say that. Who's cock block and punk rock block?
What is happening?
Yeah, the back door is stuck. We got a problem.
Dogboy, you
I'm
coming?
walking here. I'm gonna get someone Danny to fix it up. I know my pal Joey in the union. God damn it! They just fucking every caricature and just go throw him in the movie.
This was bringing me joy at first, but now it's bringing me no joy.
And how long is this fucking Jinko, like I said, Jinko jeans, wallet chain guy with airwalks gonna piss for? He's been pissing there for a good long while.
Well, no, what I think's going on is that he's probably, like, what he did was he's pretending to piss so he could do a bag of Coke. And he's like, what is this fucking retard
gonna
gonna stop
leave?
talking on the phone? Like, I gotta, cause I've literally been there before a million times where I'm fake pissing and I'm like, oh, great. Now, of course, the one time I observed somebody wash their hands, now it's the time. Like, they just do every step. Then they get like 4 towels. Then they use the towel and the hand dryer. And you're like, come on, man, I'm trying to do a bump. I've had this baggie half open, holding it near my penis.
And by the way, they're trying to make the bathroom look dirty like a punk club. That's still too clean.
All this? Get the bolt cutters. Get the bolt cutters.
I wanna see the
do my Coke now?
Constitution burn. Wanna watch the White House overturn.
This is really good.
So I don't get it. It's just like the story of this is basically they're like
Human Horror Show says the bald guy nailed.
It's pretty much. He's back there choking Vince
We're gonna
McMahon.
beat up Vince McMahon in the back.
But is this now like, are they the club owners? Is this the what?
Yes.
And who's the funny guy?
Yes.
This is terrible.
I hear them knocking, but they can't come in.
Jolita's got a good question in the chat. Is the place going to catch fire and everyone's going to die? I would love to see a Great White type situation here. There's a bunch of people slamming on the wall, screaming for their lives.
Oh, fuck.
Don't ever watch the Great White video, by the way. Ooh. You want to ruin your night. If you want to stay up awake all night, watch that video. God, the smell in that place must be horrendous.
God, the edgelordiness back then was so cringe, though.
Really was bad.
It's pretty bad.
And honestly, I can say this. I am grateful that Fat Mike and NoFX actually did mature as songwriters and as a band. Because, I mean, there's still NoFX, but it's like they did age with you. So, like, their later albums are not as edgy. You know what I mean? They were,
Right.
he's a clever, like, I like Fat Mike. Fat Mike's a piece of shit human being. Let's establish that. I've met Fat Mike. He's a horrendous human being. That being said, separate the art from the artist. I love NoFX, man. They're way too big a part of my teenage years. This is like, each episode is like 20 minutes of just live show footage in a shitty club, mixed with like little sketches.
It's not good.
I feel like I'm watching, like if WWE produced a punk show.
They're just doing the show, and every once in a while they have backstage vignettes.
Yeah, hey, the show's pretty good, but let's cut away from that and do a wacky sketch between two people backstage. Ugh, it's terrible.
Fuck the kids. Fuck
Whoa.
the kids.
Whoa, hidden messages in Digital Entertainment Network.
It is a Den film after all.
See that? Illuminati confirmed. They were fucking rubbing it right in your faces and you didn't even see it.
Kids. Fuck the kids. Fuck the kids.
This-
Fuck the kids.
Okay, I need this drop. We
course.
need
This,
this
by the
drop.
way-
I need this for my life. This
By
goes
the
on my
way-
board.
This right here, it wasn't even planned. We didn't even know this was
No.
in here. I
Nope.
don't even know of a song they have that
No.
says that. But, oh my God. How apropos for their show, huh?
This is just...
Do you think that this was the thing that got it optioned by Digital
You
Entertainment
think Bryan
Network?
Singer wrote the song?
You think fucking Mark Collins' record got the fucking videotape of this, and he's like, we're only doing in-house projects, and then he got like halfway through it, fuck the kids, and he was like,
Whoa.
wait a minute, hey, Fat Mike, I like the cut of your jib, pal.
I'm having a bar mitzvah at Chad's house. If you want to play for there, it'd be great.
And he brought the producers in. And he goes, guys, I love the project, and I am prepared to offer you upwards of $5,000 for the entire season.
We got $5,000.
And it's gone because they're punk rockers.
Fuck the kids. Fuck the kids. Fuck the kids. Fuck the kids. Fuck the kids.
How many times are you gonna say it?
Fuck the kids. Fuck the kids. Fuck the kids. Fuck the kids.
All right.
This was actually the original iCarly intro song, but they had to change it because...
Oh, fuck. Yeah, they were gonna. Then they actually revisited the issue. They were gonna use it for Game Shakers, and then
But
they were
still,
like,
yeah.
you know, whatever.
Fuck the kids. Fuck the kids.
All right, I'll fuck the kids already.
Jesus Christ!
Fuck the kids.
Wow, this guy's.
Fuck the kids.
So does this guy? What?
Fuck the kids.
First of all, who do you think you are? The fucking police?
Yeah.
You're just gonna go. You're gonna fade out of a song by just saying the same thing over and over again.
For a Hall & Oates song?
Yeah. I mean, at least the police went, "EO, EO, yeah, fuck the kids."
I would like to see the police cover this song, though.
It's all over, buddy. Channing shut a fire door. You really should know better.
I don't even
Also, my train's about to leave, so hurry it up. I gotta get to Hogwarts.
own a chain. You framed me.
Interesting theory. Well, you can explain it all to the city council. It's official now. Find a new hobby.
City council?
Bro, but they're not gonna take that. They shake their fist at the man, bro.
What is this?
Awesome.
Is this the tart? Yeah, this is the tart.
What the fuck am I watching? One Crazy Summer? Or Better Off Dead? Which is the one where he was
I don't... Oh, this is the Den writing room. Okay, that makes sense now. It's an inside look at the Den writing studios.
Horrible way to live.
What is... I don't know what's happening. Oh, it's this fucking Chinese chick again?
You here for H2O tickets?
MXPX.
It's like they watched Airheads and said, how can we make this worse and cringier?
Okay, they just referenced H2O into MXPX. I want my 17-year-old me wants to cheer, and 34-year-old me wants to throw up on my own lap.
You here for H2O tickets?
MXPX.
How fun. Who's opening up? Pansy Division?
What's that supposed to mean?
Just asking. Forget about it.
If you're making a gay comment,
Dude, look how many pockets this guy has in his fucking pants. This guy's ready for any situation.
Yeah, but that's an average amount of pockets for 1998.
That's a very good point. It's a good point.
Yeah.
save it for your H2O Dude Fest.
Oh, my
do
God,
they
I
even
can't
let
with
girls
this.
in hardcore
Were you
shows?
into H2O Dude Fest, bro?
I liked H2O more than I liked MXPX.
Or do they spoil your homoerotic Greek mosh pit?
Hey, watch that shit. I'm Italian.
No shit. You're Italian?
Hey, yo, bada bing.
Somebody touching my spaghetti.
Somebody touch on my spaghetti. I'm just a good-looking punk rocker who gets a lot of tail.
Now back to a young AJ Benza. Hi, I'm the hottest homeless woman ever.
Where I was thinking the same exact thing. That is the most well put together homeless lady I've ever seen.
Just
in my
got
life.
her eyebrows done.
Excuse me. I think I was here first.
Hey, it's living laundry. I thought the crash broke up.
It's just craft, not the fest.
Whatever. What are you here to see? Come on. It's all good. Come on.
Flies and lice.
What?
I'm here to see flies and lice.
What is this retard
Is that
doing?
okay?
I don't know.
What is happening? So, like, what, Nell is hanging out at the punk rock show? Fucking everybody in these fucking shows is retarded. Like, don't get me wrong. Me and my friends growing up, we were into punk rock, and we were all fucking retarded. But we were all like 15. I don't even remember there being 20-somethings at these shows. I remember it being a very kid-centric thing.
I remember a lot of X's on wrist.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Yep. A lot of that.
I'm sorry, I'm just having trouble trying to picture 300 flies and lice fans trying to scrape up enough loose change to buy tickets.
Whoa! Is that cool? Oh, it's laughing Pennywise? Yo, man, the P-Dub, the Wise, bro! The catch you by...
Oh, Pennywise.
Why are they just... So they're all just running up and having
Yes,
non sequitur conversations about bands?
They have to hurry it up because Tommy Wiseau has to throw a football in this alley in a little while.
That's really what it feels like, though.
Oh, God.
Pennywise, no effects, bruh.
Oh, hi, Fat Mike.
By surprise! The clown they call Pennywise!
That show was 6 months ago.
Oh, yeah? What's this?
That's a flyer for the Christmas show. See Santa Claus with a big pipe bomb sticking out of his butt.
But a potato shows up in July for the Christmas show.
Well, maybe it's for next Christmas, jerk.
Oh, you want to play skateboard? Fuck around? What's up, huh? You want to fuck around?
You're fighting.
Did the CD skip?
Well, I don't know. I doubt it because by that time, as I had already mentioned, you had up to 45 seconds
you're
of
right.
skip
Good
protection.
I'm waiting for tickets. The shows are all canceled.
Anarchy Burger. Instead of In-N-Out Burger, his shirt says Anarchy Burger.
I thought this would be fun.
It is fun for me. I am enjoying seeing how sad this is making you.
I thought this was like, you know.
Look, this is your childhood. Maybe one day we'll do Selena and do my childhood.
When you look back, oh yeah, we're going to do that?
Selena.
In a fucking Tejano music scene.
Salinas.
I just, look, when you look back through the warm rose-colored glasses to the past, you always just remember it being cool, and this is not cool. This is not cool at all. But I also think, to be fair, that time and era was cool. But this is just terrible. Like
This is bad. This is a bad representation.
yeah, like going to a show when you were like 15 and like making out with some girl and finger popping her in a stairwell and smoking cigarettes and getting in a fight in the parking lot later. That shit is cool when you're 15. This is horrendous.
What's up with H2O?
What happened?
City shut me down.
So just like that? No more baby seal?
We do agree that in any timeline, burritos look good. Doesn't matter
but
what
I don't-
timeline we're in.
I don't recall a time ever in history.
You putting hot sauce on top of them?
No, so all sitting at a table and being like, hey, you go sit up on the counter across the room for no reason.
They couldn't get them all in the... You know what it was? They couldn't get them all in the shot, so they had to make her stand back there.
This looks like a fucking scene from like a rip-off Bollywood version of fucking Lost Boys. Like Kiefer Sutherland, you got the vampire in the background just hanging over him. This whole thing is just a wreck.
The council wants me out. They finally found a way.
This is nonsense, man. When my brother goes to law school, we can sue those fools and slap an injunction on their bald heads. You know what I'm saying?
What's your name?
Chunks.
Chunks.
Chunks. It's over. I give up. Baby Seal is dead.
This is so bad.
The baby seal's dead, dude.
Again,
dead.
Royce brought this up earlier, but it's just like that was it. Just bang it out real quick, one take. You're not fucking Clint Eastwood. You're not Mel Gibson. You know, bang it out in one take. You're not that good.
It's terrible.
The sad demise of Brian Rott.
That was Brian Rott? From Nomo?
They were the hardest band ever.
That chick looks like she almost got the part for Alex Mack in Nickelodeon, but then they casted somebody else.
That's hilarious.
That was going to be her big break.
God, remember Alex Mack? She was fucking...
Dude, yeah.
If you weren't in love with Alex Mack, you were what we call a homosexual.
If you weren't a 14-year-old who loved Alex Mack, there was something wrong.
Even if you're a 25-year-old who likes him. Well, she aged with us. I mean,
That's a good point.
Still
That's a really good point.
You know,
she was our age, pretty much.
I can't believe they finally beat him down.
Man, we gotta do something, man. Look at you, eating that sloppy seconds. What's wrong with you?
That's the take? Eating that sloppy that's the take we go with.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool.
Also, there's literally no way.
Hey, look, come back to my house.
There's no way. Like, again, girl's pretty cute and everything, even though she's a fucking dumpster fire for the sake of the film or whatever this is called. But, like, girls that look like that don't have to eat crumbs off somebody's plate. Like, that's never been a thing in history.
No.
This idea that women are oppressed and live in this horrible world. Look at how many women's shelters there are, how much food. Like, trust me, all you got to do is go, I'm hungry, and some guy is going to be like, I'll get you a burrito. It's fine. Relax.
Well, that's part one, my friend, because we have to go to break.
Punk rock, man!
Just like Chad's World, we will continue this.
Timestamp it. 10
I got it.
minutes, 15 seconds.
I got it.
And we're going to go, we'll get into this more next week.
Absolutely.
But
yeah, we have started like we said we did, and we're going to try to do some every week. I got 2 more episodes of it. I don't know if we're going to do all of them. We're definitely do the first one, and then we're going to try to do some more stuff from Den. The other stuff from Den is great. We have a trailer from a Judge Reinhold show that we have to get through.
Oh, God, yes. That's the one that I'm
excited for.
Royce is, here's the thing. Me and Royce both saw different things.
Yes.
And for the sake of enjoyment on the show and getting good reactions, we tend not to share stuff. Like, we'll
Correct.
go, I got something, but whatever. Like, he's the one that found Frat Rats, and I haven't seen it because Royce is like, you're not seeing it.
You're not seeing
You
it
need
yet.
to see it on the air so we can get real. And it's pretty much the same thing with this Judge Reinhold one. It's the one that
I haven't watched it.
And I'm like, I want you to see. So we both have ones that we're independently excited about.
Yes.
Before we go to break, 2 weeks from today, 2 weeks away, 7
Deuce.
p.m., we are out of YouTube jail, motherfuckers. We are going to do a 4-hour super live stream. We got slippers, tons of shirts, giveaways, a mug, all kinds of cool things. And I don't know why I turned into Ron Bennington there. All kinds of good things there, Royce. 2 weeks from today, Friday, February 16th. Mark it on your goddamn calendar because we're going to join you with a big giant live show giving stuff away. Also, don't forget to rate us 5 stars on Facebook, iTunes, Roku, PayPal.me/We're Not Sorry. If you want to give us a couple bucks. If you want to donate monthly, it's Patreon.com/We're Not Sorry. We do have a special treat for you.
Yes.
I made this last night just for shits and gigs. But this is going to be a weekly thing that we do, obviously, folks. It is February, and it is Black History Month. That being said, we want to honor a different great Black American from this great country in our history every single week. And this week, we salute one of our very first members of our Black History Month Spotlight. We'll be back, I guess, after this.
After this.
February is Black History Month, where we celebrate African Americans who have helped to make our nation the global beacon of strength and liberty it is through their significant cultural, economic, or political contributions. Each week, we at Revenge of the Sis will highlight one of these heroes in our Black History Spotlight segment. This week, we honor American businessman, international shipping magnate, and intelligence asset, Freeway Rick Ross. Born in Texas in 1960, Mr. Ross grew up in Los Angeles, California. After being turned down for a scholarship due to his illiteracy, Rick discovered his entrepreneurial spirit after high school when he began selling small amounts of cocaine. Eventually, he built up an empire that spanned from coast to coast, shipping massive amounts of cocaine across the country and at some points earning up to $3 million per day. Earning the nickname Freeway Rick, Ross made cocaine so widely available that crack cocaine became much easier to manufacture and led to the rapid rise in its use across America's inner cities. While lining his pockets, Freeway Rick also helped enrich the pockets of the American intelligence community, notably the CIA. His influence was felt as far as Latin America, where the proceeds of his cocaine empire helped to fund disastrous coup attempts throughout the continent during the Cold War. As part of our Black History Month Spotlight series, we at Revenge of the Sis salute you, Freeway Rick Ross. Your greed, contempt for books, and willingness to sell out your own people while lining your pockets makes you as American as apple pie and baseball. By teaming up in the Reagan era with the CIA to destroy millions of lives across 2 continents by weaponizing one of the most dangerous and addictive drugs in history, you have earned your place in the annals of Black American history. 4-pound, retarded, premature babies across this great nation salute you, and we at Revenge of the Sis thank you for your service. you just put in the code ALEX10, and of course, that'll be 10% off from our very already low price of $250 for every 4 capsules.
Hey folks, this is Jay Leno, the star of the hit film Collision Course, and I'd like to take a moment out there and talk to you about the very real dangers posed by Zionism in this country.
I was riding around on my motorcycle out there in the Arizona desert when I was kidnapped by a UFO and sexually assaulted by aliens.
Show me how you suck a guy's cock. So last time I'm gonna ask you.
From all of us here at Revenge of the Sis, we'd like to thank each and every one of our friends and fans for helping us become one of the fastest growing breakout shows on the internet. In less than 1 year, we have been able to bring you news before it breaks, as well as the funniest and most consistent political and social commentary around. Here are some ways you can help us continue to grow our brand. Sign up as a contributor by going to patreon.com/We're Not Sorry and pledging a monthly amount. Anyone who pledges $12 or more is eligible for occasional giveaways and prizes. And if you pledge $25 or more, we will promote your brand or product live on our show. We understand if you are unable to commit to a monthly recurring donation, but if you would like to contribute one time, you can do so by going to paypal.me/We're Not Sorry. Another unique way to help our show expand while also promoting your own brand or service is by modeling one of our shirts. Go to teespring.com, search for Revenge of the Sis, and you'll find plenty of options to choose from. Take a picture of you modeling our shirt and email it to revengeofthesis@gmail.com. That is revengeofthecis@gmail.com. Be sure to include a web address or a social media account for whatever you want us to promote, and we will feature you on an episode of our show. Since YouTube is now throttling our traffic and Twitter has us shadow banned, there are many other ways you can help without giving us a dime. Every time you invite a friend to like our Facebook page, retweet or share a meme from our social media accounts, or share one of our videos to your own pages, you are helping us to get discovered by more like-minded individuals who will join our ranks and help us grow. Rate us 5 stars on Facebook, Roku, and iTunes. Encourage others to follow @ROTC Media on Twitter. You can also help ROTC by supporting friends of our show, such as LA Werewolf, Connecting Right Radio, Radical Mothering, Folklore Americana, the Mad American Network, Wolfman's Activism and Entertainment, and the Revolutionary Conservative. Find all of these links and more by going to our brand new website, revengeofthesis.com. The most exciting 2 hours of television is back with an all-new Revenge of the Sis. As Royce and Mersch continue to track an international deep state pedophile ring, their journey to the nation's capital is put on hold as Orlando's best police cops receive a cryptic message from an old colleague.
It's a message from my old partner. He needs to see us in Los Angeles right now. Says it's related to our case.
Do you trust him?
As much as I trust you, partner.
What's to know then? A detour from their original investigation finds these no-nonsense detectives in the middle of Hollywood.
Thanks for meeting me. We can't talk long. They're probably following me.
Who's following you?
The Podesta brothers. They've got eyes everywhere, Lopez.
Now trapped between deep state globalists and the Hollywood elite, Lopez and Mersch are on the case. They're no longer avenging Orlando. They're saving America. And this week, they're taking on Pedowood.
I've been working this case. This Dan Schneider guy, producer at Nickelodeon, he's into kids. Or feet. Or kids' feet.
Yeah, the iCarly guy.
How do you know all this?
Thanks for meeting me.
No problem, Miss Bynes.
This is Amanda Bynes? Jesus, she looks terrible.
Dude, she can hear you.
Watch this week as the web grows bigger, the case becomes more complex, and more older model cars get wrecked and plenty of nameless extras get shot. This week on an all-new Revenge of the Sis, followed by Nazi Lawyer. USA, hotels don't have Netflix. Do you like pranks, guns, and jokes about retarded people? Well, so do we, but odds are your liberal snowflake friend doesn't. How would you like an easy, cost-effective way of screwing with that friend anonymously without losing your Twitter account? Guns for Tards is the perfect way to trigger an SJW anonymously through the mail. For a low fee, your target will receive a beautifully designed professional mailer from our fictional Guns for Tards charity, containing a thank you letter for their donation. They'll be led to believe that money was donated in their name to a charity that advocates Second Amendment rights for the mentally handicapped people in their area. For a few extra bucks, they will receive pictures and a detailed profile of a retarded person who they helped harm. It's all fun and games, well, except for that idiot who gets this in their mailbox and freaks out. Messing with someone through the mail is effective. Most people do it trolling over the internet, but regular mail is way more invasive. Whether it's a boss, an ex, or a liberal professor you don't like, this is the perfect way to screw with someone anonymously for the cost of a cup of coffee. Well, a cup of coffee in Manhattan, in a fancy coffee shop. Check out www.gunsfortards.com and select a package today. Use promo code MERSH for 10% off.
Have an opinion you're too afraid to say on Facebook because you might get doxxed? Want CNN to stop knocking out your door asking for your opinion? Call the We're Not Sorry hotline, 407-630-9636. No threats. We will play it on the air. And you know what? Let's keep the racial undertones PG-13. That's 407-630-9636.
The Cousin Joe Show.
And I'm sitting in the chair. He did the barber cock touch.
What the fuck?
This is what it is.
Dude, where are you going to get your hair cut?
Listen to me.
Where are you going?
See how I'm sitting right now?
Yeah, I do.
Where are my elbows?
Outside the... Oh!
They always go around the side, and where the height of my elbow is always their dick. He reaches in, and his cock touches my elbow. And the thing is, like, I can't immediately jerk away because that looks like...
You know you touched it.
Right, I'm acknowledging a cock touch. So instead, I just leave it there and let him rub his dick on my elbow.
Dude! Did he go back and forth?
That's when you could tell.
Did he go back and forth ever, like, fast?
Not fast. I wonder if guys do play games or get the barber hard. Kind of wiggle their elbow.
Nobody does that, Joe. Nobody does that.
Well, weird faggots. Who knows?
You're fucking weird.
Saying.
Tune in to the Cousin Joe Show live Thursday nights 7 to 10 on More Like Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Do you sometimes feel irritable, restless, uneasy, sad, normal, or just plain not high? Maybe it's time to try crack. Crack may cause shivers, night terrors, gay for pay, heart palpitations, homicidal paranoia, or the sensation that you're on fire. Peeing blood and seeing friends' faces as talking skeletons are possible side effects of crack. People who use crack may also experience 5 to 7 years in prison where brutal raping may occur. If you experience one or more of these side effects, consult your dealer. You may need more crack. Crack. Isn't it time you see what all the fuss is about?
Second hour, Revenge of the Sis. Thank you for staying with us. Figured I'd keep the late 90s, early 2000 vibe going with the rejoiner. And also crack, which seems to be a running theme on this episode. More Black History stuff to come, by the way, guys, so stay tuned. We already have a bunch lined up.
So many great African-American contributors to society that I think we can highlight. And
little known ones too. We want to go a little deeper than most people.
More than we can even get to, quite frankly.
Yeah, there's
But
too
we're gonna
many.
do our best to observe this wonderful tradition of American.
Well, speaking of
black dudes.
Speaking of black
we
dudes,
did finally, we finally got a good friend. It's actually a pal of mine. He is one of the only guys I know. He's He's a conservative gentleman, a little bit of a right winger, kind of
Yes.
a pro-Trump guy, very politically minded. But he's also involved in another thing we enjoy on this program: professional wrestling.
Yes,
So
we love our
we
wrestling.
all love our wrestling, and I've known Jay for some time. His name is Jay Ritchie. He will be joining us. Oh, he's joining us live
He's
right now.
right now.
And it has a Full Throttle Wrestling.
Full Throttle Pro Wrestling.
Okay, and that's
Awesome.
That's based out near Tampa, right? Isn't it?
Right. Yeah, we're doing shows in Tampa Bay going forward, in Seminole in Pinellas County.
Awesome. We got to head out there.
Are you involved in a behind the scenes, like in an ownership capacity? Is this because you seem pretty dedicated to the brand, more so than somebody who would just, let's say, be doing some spot shows here and there?
Yeah, I'm the general manager, so I basically put everything together. I do most of the creative stuff, most of the booking, and just putting together the shows. But luckily, I don't have to fund it myself.
Okay, well that's always good. You gotta have somebody with the cash because it's not easy. But when I first became friends with Jay Ritchie, it was right, I'd say before the election. I'd say like early 2016. We became Facebook pals due to our mutual interests. I couldn't tell at first because I know you're kind of based on your posts anyway. You're kind of a heel, I would say. So I didn't know if like a lot of the Trump stuff and the conservatism was just shit posting, if you were just trying to generate heat. But as I got to know you more, I was like, oh no, he likes his lower taxes and he likes the way things are going. So, did you vote? Did you vote for Trump?
I did. I was late. I was late on the bandwagon. Not because I had any issues with Trump. I just didn't believe that he actually meant everything he said. I'm so used to the guys that get the Republican ticket being these milquetoast jackasses with your
Mitt Romney,
your McCain's, McCain's and Romney's and Bob Dole and everybody. I had the sneaking suspicion that Trump was still just tight with the Clintons and that this was all just, it was a work. But I've got to say, I'm freaking happy with how the country's turned out and everything he's doing.
I agree, and I honestly think that him and Hillary Clinton should have another shave your head match. Loser leaves town, because I am so sick of that bitch. So sick. But it's funny you say that because I, unlike Mike, I've always been a libertarian guy, so I actually voted for. It's embarrassing to say now, Gary Johnson. For a lot of the same reasons you said, because you're like, yeah, and all this sounds good, but it's just saying it to get elected. But now that the policies have been enacted, I will vote for Trump. He's proven me wrong because he has done a lot more. He's been a lot more conservative than he actually led on to be, because he kind of ran more on an isolationist kind of guy.
Right.
But he actually turned out to be more conservative policies, corporate tax, lowering corporate tax, immigration. So he became a little more down the line with conservatism, but he had the added benefit of keeping the media honest and in check.
Oh, that's my favorite part.
Yeah.
It's that he doesn't take any shit, and that he's made it okay to be a man and be president again. The guy, there's nothing, you can't say anything about him, whether it's true or not, that will actually stick to him and make anybody have a worse perception of him. Like, what was it, a couple weeks ago, they tried to say he was having an affair with a porn star.
Yep.
I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. Trump would do that.
I said that too.
I wondered if Obama was gay.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he just liked his hot dogs. Let's put it that way. But no, listen, again, that's the same thing. When the thing came out with Trump, I'm like, yeah, he's a rich billionaire. Of course he's banging porn stars. That's what everybody with $1 billion would do. It's not out of the realm of, better than him flying to Epstein's Island to bang kids, allegedly. We don't know what those people do. But
No. You can say that people fly to Jeffrey Epstein's Island to fuck kids.
Correct.
You don't have to say allegedly now.
Good point.
He was convicted.
Okay.
If you name a specific name, I'd be careful, but you could go, I think that people fly to Jeffrey Epstein's Island to fuck kids. That's fine.
Fair.
Yeah.
I like that.
Anybody on that airplane is suspect.
So what do you think so far? What do you give him his after State of the Union, his first year in office? What grade do you give him?
I mean, it's off the scale.
Yeah.
And pretty much everything he's doing is exactly what I would be doing if people were crazy enough to put me in that kind of a role. He's cutting taxes, and look what it has the effect of doing. People are getting bonuses left and right. The stock market's booming. People's 401ks are doing great. What do you know? Economics. Like a billionaire actually knows how the economy works. He's all about border security. He's actually standing up to our enemies outside the country instead of bending over for them. And like you said, he's keeping the media in check. He's not taking any shit. I just hope that he can make it another 3 years and hopefully another 7 years without anybody screwing him over.
Yeah, I'm turning around on even the things I didn't like about Trump. I'm starting to like about him. I was one of the few people. I'm the guy on this show that was early Trump train guy. Like, I was just like, I wanted to just torpedo the system anyway because it's so wholeheartedly corrupt that I just was like, worst case scenario, he just destroys the whole system and we rebuild. That's fine. But I truly believed he could do good. My issue with him, and I'll even admit this recently, like with his Twitter stuff with North Korea, just made me a little nervous. But now I'm starting to realize even in that case, he's the guy at the bar and you're sitting there like, I'm going to kick your fucking ass, dude. I'm going to punch you. And it's like years and years of I'm going to kick your fucking ass. And he's the first guy to just point at his chin and go, all right, just do it. Go ahead. Free shot. Do it. Do it. And now he's like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to actually do it. I just, I like to talk my shit. And I think he's proving that he's proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that North Korea either doesn't have the capacity to hit us or they just don't have the balls, man. They don't have it in them.
Well, look what they've done. They've wasted a couple of their missiles, and they've taken their best shot. It was a joke, and apparently now they're like negotiating with the South Koreans. They're putting on a team together in the Olympics.
Oh yeah,
like that wouldn't happen if Trump wasn't there calling their bluff.
Oh yeah, no, and the part that I find, and speaking of that, is literally having somebody at the State of the Union from North Korea who's losing their limbs stand up and hold the crutches up, and these fucking leftist assholes couldn't get up from the seat to applaud a fucking American hero. Like I've never seen, because Mike's brought it up. Yes, every State of the Union, both sides do that, but there's always stuff where both sides stand up and they go, okay, you know what? That's a hero. But anything now that we're saying, basically Pelosi, I believe, was quoted as saying, fuck that Preston kid. Like, it's just...
She yelled at that other Congress lady to sit the fuck down when she stood up and clapped. It was really weird, man. Like, and I've watched, like, I'm 34. I've seen plenty of State of the Union addresses. I've always been very curious about politics, civics, history, things of that nature. So I remember a lot of State of the Unions. And as Roy said, there's always a side sitting down for most of it. But there was, a lot of times it's like a polite, like, we're not going to stand for that because we don't believe in that. But certain points, they all stand. And there was this, like, harump. When he announced that black unemployment was the lowest in recorded history, and the whole
Black Caucus
sat there
with our voter base.
with their cheesy, stereotypical African, like,
dressed like
pieces of flair on their suit. And they're just like, I'm angry. I don't like the fact that black people are joining unions in record numbers.
No, they were dressed like the delegation from Wakanda. Like, I didn't understand what the fuck was happening.
Yeah, I thought it was King Jaffe Jofer.
Yeah.
From
Well, I mean, it just highlights a couple things. I mean, number one, it highlights the fact that there's a brilliance in Trump being so seemingly crazy and such a wacko. The Twitters and the stuff he says and the off the wall comments. That's all strategy. I mean, I'm sure a little bit of it's just that he doesn't care. But at the same time, he gets what he wants. He reveals the worst in everybody else because he makes them so unhinged in their response to him that they're over there booing people having jobs and they're booing the country doing well. And it's you saw a little bit of this back, when in the Bush years. Not that he was anybody that great, but anything that Bush did, the Democrats would oppose. But it was nothing like this. Trump could be like Oprah and give everybody a car, and they'd just be like, "Fuck these cars."
Yeah. No, they would. Yeah, it's no matter what he does, and I think that I think that the everyday American is starting to figure that out, because even after the State of the Union, I think it was like 75% of the country approved of it. And that's a CBS poll, so not even like a Fox News one. They're saying, yeah, no, he spoke well. And it's like, I agree with what Mike's saying. I think there's some stuff where you're like, all right, stay off Twitter just for a little bit. Not that I don't know. Here's the thing, and here's the truth. It's not even like I disagree with the stuff Trump's tweeting. I'm like, I'm a stick in that too. Fuck these assholes. But I do understand that, like, he's fucking nuts. Look at him again. I'm like, all right, I get it. But again, you gotta be on, like you're saying, fucking Kim, fucking little rocket man, like he calls him, fucking back the fuck down and was like, no, I was just joking. I like basketball and stuff. It's it's kind of funny seeing a president getting results on Twitter that way. And it is fun in the aspect of it breaks up all the bureaucracy, all the red tape that normally goes into it, all the like secret conversations where, Obama's giving $250 million to Pakistan before he leaves office for no reason other than like, I owed you guys some bucks. Here they are.
Other than the fact that he's a Kenyan Muslim. But other than that, there's no reason why he would do such a thing.
Kenyan Muslim.
Or fucking Singaporean or whatever. I don't know. He's an international man of mystery, that Obama.
All right.
Yeah.
So now I do have a question for you. Do you get a lot of flack for being a black conservative?
I don't really listen to anything like that. I mean,
Right.
there's certain people that don't get it, I guess you could say. But I mean, how can you say that you're somebody that's anti-racist or whatever the hell these people want to say, or they believe in equality when you don't believe in equality of thought? And every opinion that I've had, I mean, I haven't always been, it's been a path for me. And when I started off with my political thought, I was like a 10-year-old listening to punk rock albums. So I thought that, the whole government, I got all the, the independent stuff. I got all the individualist stuff. And then if I heard Bad Religion or somebody say that, the conservatives are bad and Reagan's an idiot, I was like, yeah, this is awesome because I'm a 10-year-old and I didn't get it. Then as I started getting older and I started working and I started actually having to contribute to society on my own, I realized that it's the Democrats that are trying to tell people how to live, that are trying to segment everybody into stereotypes where if you're black, it doesn't matter what your background is, what your actual intellectual thoughts are, what your experiences are. If you're black, you vote Democrats because that's what you're supposed to do, whether it's good for you personally or not. If you're Hispanic, you have to be a certain way.
Yep.
If you're gay, you have to be a certain way. If you're a man, you have to be a certain way. And it goes beyond just the basic nonsense with the identity politics. Everything about liberalism is telling you how to live your life. And there's nothing free about that. There's nothing fun about that. It doesn't do anybody any favors except for a few hundred people that have elected office and some bureaucrats. And eventually, I became a libertarian and then the Democrats, and I know this is trite to go on about it, I don't want to get too much into it, but they just went completely insane to where nowadays they're talking about sex changes for 3-year-olds.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's the stuff. Exactly. It's, I'm sorry. No, I was saying it. We always say it. It's like, I remember when I was a kid too, it was like the conservatives were the milquetoast ones that were doing the crazy things. Like, you can't listen to Wu-Tang because of the words. And now it's the opposite. Now it's like, don't hurt anybody's feelings, guys. Everyone's special. And they're filling these kids with a false sense of authority, or I don't even want a false sense of pride that wasn't earned. So that, I think this is the outcome of it. For years I've been saying, if you give everybody a trophy, you're eventually going to get a generation that doesn't understand what losing is. It doesn't understand that sometimes you have to take your licks and keep going. And sometimes you have to pull yourself up by your Birkenstocks like the fucking Antifa people need to do. But I do believe that, right now the left a lot of them look like lunatics, screaming lunatics.
Oh yeah. I don't understand how, forget about the politics. It's misguided, but you can understand where somebody 20 years ago When they were having the debates. I remember it. I was a kid at the time, but I remember paying attention to it when Gingrich took over the House and they were having the debates about the entitlement programs and cutting welfare and stuff. I could see how somebody could have very good intentions and say, oh, you know what? I don't think it's right for there not to be a safety net for people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the entire thinking there is wrong. It's completely stupid thinking. It doesn't, equate to what happens in the real world. But that's besides the point. You can kind of see where they're coming from. Nowadays, they are literal Marxists.
Yep.
And they are authoritarian Marxists at the same time. And they're hitching their wagons to complete insanity with this weird sexual stuff, like glorifying things like now the illegal immigration to the point where they don't even want to deport like members of the most violent, murderous street gangs.
MS-13. Yep.
I mean, that's who's left to vote for him. And it's such a weird coalition. It's crazy, tribe by, sexuals or whatever. It's completely uneducated people. It's people that like living off of the proverbial government teat. And it's just people that don't know any better because people tell them because you're black or because you're a woman or because you're Hispanic or whatever the hell, you have to vote for the fucking Democrats. And I don't think that's sustainable because especially if this continues, what I feel we're about to see a boom. I feel like it's going to be like it was at times like in the 80s where everybody that wants to be and even some people that don't want to be are going to prosper in this country. And eventually you can't tell people that they're not making more money at their jobs and their country's now more safe.
Oh, yeah, no, it's true.
You hear that, guys? New wave music and wall-to-wall cocaine. It's coming back, baby.
And by the way, I don't want anybody to say, by the way, I don't want anyone to call you an Uncle Tom or not a real black guy because I hear those sirens behind you. You're a real black guy. I don't want to fucking hear it. Here's a good question. Radical Mothering. Tasha Rose says, do you think felons should have voting rights?
Sure. I think everybody should have voting rights. But you know what? I think they should have to take a test first to prove that they're not a fucking idiot.
I don't know. Like, it really depends on the felony.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the felony, right?
You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind dialing back the restrictions on felons voting. Like, I'm sure there are a couple people that sold a fucking pound of weed that, could probably, would probably vote for Trump. So I'm okay with them. But I do think that felons would probably overwhelmingly tend to vote for welfare type entitlements and things of that nature.
I don't think you should be voting from prison. But
that's fair.
If you made a mistake 10 years ago and you're a different person now and you've passed certain requirements and you can pass a voting test, which I really do think we should have some kind of civic test or intelligence test just to be able to vote. Well, that's a different story because there's plenty of people in this country that made mistakes that still are contributing to it, and I think should have to say.
So I've got because I don't want to make it all politics. Politics is just, we're burnt out. We're doing politics 5 times a day. I need to ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how terrible was this year's Royal Rumble?
Oh my God.
It's been worse. It's been worse.
Yeah, like 93 when they both went over the rope at the same time, and whoa! But other than that, no. I dare you to find a worse one.
Oh, and then they headline it with the women, and I mean there's something to be said there. But terrible. Like half the women in the damn match hadn't even been in WWE or worked anywhere in like 5 years or more.
I thought Luna was going to come out at one point.
Yeah.
And then Rowdy Ronda Rousey taking Roddy Piper, one of the greatest of all time's gimmick, and just be like, "Is it mine now?" It made me so angry.
It made my stomach churn.
I was so mad.
Oh, because her name has like some alliteration to it. Like she's nothing like him. I mean, and Roddy Piper's my favorite wrestler of all time.
God bless you, sir.
Yeah,
God bless you.
And she is. I mean, she's a great athlete or whatever, but she can't fucking talk. I can't remember much of anything about his wrestling moves.
No.
I remember he used to put people to sleep or whatever. He did like the sleeper hold. But I don't remember much of his wrestling moves. I remember all kinds of awesome promos that he did.
Piper's Pit, man.
Piper was up there with Macho Man as being one of those rare guys that could go out and spit out absolute gibberish, like complete nonsense, but it was so good that you were just like, God damn it, this guy. And he had a great ability to either just make you hate you or like you, depending on what he was told to do with that paycheck. Like, you know what I mean? They'd be like, all right, Roddy, you're babyface tonight. All right, I'm going to make these motherfuckers love me. And when they're like, look, we need you to generate some heel heat, he would fucking... I mean, the guy wore half blackface in him.
Oh, yeah.
And even in the 80s, it's like, Jesus, man.
He did not mess around.
And he did it in a pay-per-view. Like, it was like, what are you doing?
I think he did it at fucking WrestleMania.
Yeah. I mean, and it just, Piper is very much held in high esteem around here.
You've talked to him.
Yes, I actually tricked him into thinking I was Jesse Ventura one time when he hosted a podcast. And they let me on the air. He was calling me Gov. We were shooting the shit, and then I made like a Sandy Hook Hook reference, and he hung up on me very
It did not
quickly.
go well after that.
But
I heard the Ventura. I heard that impression. I think it was on yesterday's show.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, sir.
Mike is, I've always said it, he is the best Jesse Ventura in the business. Nobody does a better Jesse Ventura impression than Mike.
The only problem is then people want you to do impressions of people you can't do.
Right.
Like, the issue with me is I'm not like Rich Little. I can't just do a bunch of fucking impressions. I can just either do somebody or I can't do them. And it also has a lot to do with my level of obsession with that person. So if I really, really love somebody or I really, really hate them, I can generally work on it and try to nail them.
Like your Alex Jones.
Yeah, but I love Alex.
Yep.
Like, Alex is like, Jesse Ventura. They're batshit crazy, but how do you not love them?
Yep.
Like, they're America, the people. Like, you know what I mean? I like genuine weirdness. I like odd people. I like people that don't do normal things. As long as you're not diddling kids or killing anybody or, selling drugs to school children, I don't care. Be weird. Ride around in your motorcycle. I don't mind. It's cool. Fine, do your thing. But, yeah, so who do you... What do you guys have coming up at Full Impact Pro? Because I know you're actually one of the few indies that I actually hear about from people outside of your geographic area. You know what I mean? Like I hear people talking about you guys all over the East Coast, which is always a very good sign. But when's the next event?
So we kind of got a little bit of a lull right now. Just it got kind of weird. We had some stuff scheduled, and then that hurricane came and threw us off. But we're back April 28th, back in Seminole at the Seminole Rec Center. It's a Saturday night show. It's going to be called Fight Club Revenge. It's going to be a great show. We got Shannon Moore, Mike Orlando, Rob Terry. Some names that you've seen in WWE. You've seen them on TNA if you watch TNA.
Of course, I love watching car wrecks. I'll tell you how we watch TNA.
I can't usually let go of TNA though. I can't. It's knowing it's going to be bad. I watch it.
It's like watching. We only watch TNA with the TNA with the OSW guys talking over it. It makes it a lot easier to watch.
But yeah, I can't. I still if I see TNA on, it's like a weird vortex kind. It is like a car crash in that if I'm flipping and I hit it, it's like, oh no, oh man. Even if I was on my way to watch something else, I'm like, well, I'm in for an hour. This is just because it's so fun and it's a guilty pleasure, man. And then every TNA, you'll get one great match. You'll get one great match every episode. So you're like, sons of bitches, man. You can't just be completely terrible.
You love
have to add one.
That's not true. Mike bought one of the band shirts when Bubba the Love Sponge was in the band. Remember that? That was the cringiest thing they've ever done. Oh, well, I mean, I guess
they had Hulk Hogan on there basically hitting on his daughter.
It was weird, man. It was really odd. Like they tried to be edgy, but it just came across like sad.
And also, she looks exactly like him. So why is narcissism? Yeah. That it's just like she looks like a little me, brother.
Why doesn't Hogan go bang someone else's wife? He's good at that.
Let me touch your
suing Gawker.
Let me grab your titties, dude. You guys ever have Rhett Giddens fucking wrestle out there? That guy's
You know, I don't think we've had Red over yet.
that guy's a fucking beast, dude.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's a fucking powerful guy. Yeah, I drove with him once to and from a show. We carpooled, and he's an intense guy, but he loves wrestling though. Like he knows everything about. He has an encyclopedic knowledge of that shit. Like it was a fun chat back and forth. So who is your like biggest thing? Because you mostly, I know you said you're the general manager, but I've seen you like manage too, right?
Right. Yeah, I'm Ritchie Rich. So in the show, I'm the president of the company. I'm Ritchie Rich. I wear a money suit. I almost wore it for this.
It's pretty funny.
But,
That's awesome. It is pretty funny.
I get in enough shit from the ownership. I didn't know what I might say on the show. But it's like a suit made out of $100 bills. I wear like a goofy cap. I'll go out there and talk like a jackass. And it's this weird evolving. Like I was trying to just make fun of the way our owner talks. He's got this like Southern accent, but I can never do it consistently. So it's like sometimes I'm like, hey, I'm Ritchie Rich. I'm the richest man in the world, you stupid some bitches. And the next time it's like, hey, I'm Ritchie Rich. It sounded like some Yosemite Sam. No one's called me on it yet though, so apparently nobody's noticed.
You know what I think you should add? Like just a little layer to your gimmick. I think you should add to your character backstory that you made all your money. You're the one guy who actually profited from Global Force Gold. And that you made a killing with Jarrett. And then, everybody else got fucking screwed. Fucking heel heat aplenty. Anybody who ever bought one of those dumb coins is going to be like, this fucking asshole.
They get bought too late.
He's got my money. Yeah, well, that's how it works.
Yeah, you fucking think Bitcoin is volatile.
Yeah, that's how a pyramid scheme works, sir. You have to be sitting at the top.
What I've been doing lately is I got this $100 trillion bill from Zimbabwe.
Oh, I love it.
And I put it like in this like kind of like laminated deal. And I walk around and I wave it around and I say, I'm the only trillionaire in wrestling. I can buy and sell you and so on. And then I'll tell the ring announcer he's got it. Look, read what it says here. I'm the richest man in fucking wrestling. Read what it says. So we'll start reading it and $100 trillion.
Oh, dude.
Shut the
You need to, every time a country has a massive collapse, you need to go buy some of their currency just so that you do actually legitimately stockpile a shitload of real money. Like if you could go get just bands and bands of Zimbabwe and Venezuelan like bolivars, just because I'm sure. Yeah, like Venezuelan currency is worth less than World of Warcraft gold. That is a fact.
1 trillion Zimbabwe dollars is worth $40 US.
That's
40
what I mean.
US cents.
Bro, Jay Ritchie coming out. Ritchie Rich. He's rolling out with a fucking wheelbarrow full of cash, and everybody's going to be like, this son of a bitch.
Hopefully one day there'll be like a Zimbabwean in the crowd or something. It's just like, you don't talk about my country.
I was gonna ask if he ever rocked a MAGA hat for heel heat, and then I realized that he's in the Tampa Bay area. He'd probably get fucking babyface over the top.
Everyone will love you.
Ovation.
Yeah. What do you think about the XFL coming back? You think Vince made a great business move?
I don't think he really. Well, who knows? I mean, he's a crazy man. But I think he's doing it in part just because, I mean, he wants to fuck with the NFL. He's got enough money to do it. I don't think he necessarily thinks that they're going to be the new, big football league. But it seems like this time he kind of knows his place a little better.
Yeah.
He's taking a little bit more time to do it. He's not running directly during the NFL schedule. He, he's taking some time to hire the right people and not do all that crossover. But at the same time, he might just, not have any idea what he's doing yet, and he's buying time to try to figure it out. and it's also not going to be any fun this time around.
I hope Orlando gets a team again, though. I would love to go to an XFL game. I want it to succeed. Like, I know Mike and I know it's going to fail, but in our hearts, we want it to succeed. It'd be nice to have somebody just stick it to the NFL with all the silly kneeling thing. It's not going to happen. It's going to fizzle out.
That, and I also have just always said, I am a firm believer in an open market. I like competition. Competition breeds better products. The Monday Night Wars were a good example of that. When you have two people that don't work for the same company and they really want to destroy one another, you tend to make, like, look at fucking Samsung and Apple. It's like just that level of, oh, yeah, you got facial recognition? Well, fuck you. We have facial recognition and we're waterproof, bitch. You know what I mean? Like, we still have a headphone jack. Like, it's just the little things that spawn, better competitive products. So I'd like it to succeed. But sadly, I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
At all.
They took away all the stuff that made XFL, something that I wanted to tune into in the first place. When they were basically advertising that you'd see deaths on screen. they had strippers out there dancing on the field. The teams were called like the Michigan Murderers or
yes.
I mean, it was complete insanity, and you wanted to see what actually happened because this was when WWF, I think it was WWF at the time.
Yeah.
They didn't give a shit. They were making money by actually being an edgy product. But nowadays they're so concerned with being politically correct and without stepping on anybody's toes and without offending the parents of the children that, I mean, he cut the press conference the other day and said that he wouldn't hire anybody that's like even had a DUI. That he wanted to, he's like, I'm here looking at the character of the man and instead of his ability on the field.
One thing I've learned is that the character of a man really results in ratings.
Yeah. Kind of like McMahon has, out of everybody to look at the character in a man, McMahon has done, okay, I saw an old XFL thing where one of the gimmicks was at halftime, they were going to go in with a camera into the cheerleaders' locker room, and they made a whole vignette out of it. It was so cringy to watch.
We can all agree, I believe, right, that usually the greatest entertainers, the best products in entertainment, the best music, it's all created by complete sociopaths. Like, the biggest pieces of shit in the world are the most interesting people. Like, all my heroes that I had as a kid, now I grew up and I'm like, oh, he was a terrible person. But who gives a shit about your character? I want you to run for 1,000 yards.
Exactly. I think they should do the opposite, rather than trying to find these guys that can't get signed because they went to, Minnesota Christian State and they don't have any athleticism. They should hire the guys that are just too much for the NFL.
Yes.
Like, they beat their wives, like, more than the allotted 2 or 3 times that they're allowed.
Yeah, that would be a better game, though.
Fucking Ray Rice.
Look, the same thing that makes a man punch a defenseless woman in the face is the same spirit that makes them punch through 2 defensive ends and try to get the ball. It's the same gene.
Why do you think...
rage.
Why do you think OJ...
XFL, cocaine is encouraged.
That would be great.
Why do you think OJ Simpson got so many yards? He straight up murdered bitches.
Yeah, just like he said, though, the XFL cocaine would be encouraged.
Oh, it'd be amazing.
Basically, just like the WWE. I don't want to get caught with weed in my system. I guess I'll do coke again.
It gets out of your system. And I agree.
We're looking at you, Enzo Amore.
The character doesn't matter. Chris Benoit killed his family, but I will watch Benoit Angle on repeat over and over again because it's one of the greatest matches ever.
Yeah. Seriously.
Absolutely.
You know who didn't murder his wife? Fucking Crash Holly. But I don't watch any of his matches. You know what I mean? You fucking, yeah, it is.
Well, he did, but with embarrassment.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. But, yeah, the bottom line is, man, the most intense, especially in athletics, those people are fucking lunatics. I mean, you spend all day training, doing steroids, going to titty bars. You're going to be a piece of shit. That's what makes you a good football player.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And back to the 80s. I mean, those guys were great back then. I mean, the New York Mets. I know it's baseball, but I mean, the New York Mets, were they not awesome when they were all banging people in the dugout?
Yeah. They were smoking crack.
Every game. They won the World Series.
Smoking crack in the dugout and smoking cigarettes and shit. You're like, what the fuck is this?
It's baseball, baby.
Could you imagine lighting a cigarette in a baseball dugout now?
It would be nuts.
Like, you would get treated like you just pulled your dick out. Like, people would be like, what is wrong with you? Put that away. You're like, what?
And back in the day, Darryl Strawberry would go to bat with a Marlboro on his lip.
Yeah, hanging off the fucking off
I
his
got
lip.
it. I got it. It's not gonna.
Either that or you'd fucking flick it onto the field and then hit the ball.
It sucks though because going back a little.
Sharing a Black and Mild with Doc Gooden.
Yeah, it sucks though because that stuff's cool. Like the whole everything's toxic masculinity now has stopped a lot of cool things like that. You know, where it's like, listen, everybody in the 80s that was playing football and the 90s knew it wasn't good for their brain. Nobody thought this is great for me. I get it. But then again, the people that fucking gladiators that fought lions, they knew what they were fucking getting into. It's like, look, I'm all for that. I don't like stomping out what makes a man, you know? Babe Ruth is another one, was banging whores and smoking cigars and getting 1 hour of sleep and cracking them out of the park.
And don't get me wrong. I mean, you know, when I see footage of one of these guys throat chopping his pregnant fiance, you know, you do go, all right, guy, like dial it back a little bit. I have no problem with you, you know, causing a complete bar clearing brawl in a strip club. That shit's okay, but you know, when you get like a Ray Rice situation, you're like, oh boy, like I can't defend you, man. I had Ray Rice. I even hung on to Ray Rice on my fantasy team, thinking, well, just maybe, just maybe.
They let him off the hook. I mean, he gets a lot of yards.
No, seriously, happened to me. I had Adrian beat his son on my team, and that was like, oh, I don't want to fucking drop him. He's too good. He's too fucking good.
Yeah, I know.
And then you can change your fantasy team name to Adrian beat his son.
Yeah, there you go. And everybody wins.
The thing is, like, it's not like Adrian Peterson's kid showed up to school covered in bloody welts.
No.
Or like he was all
knew where
fucked
to
up.
hit him.
He Adrian Peterson got the shaft in that situation.
I agree.
He got fucked over. Adrian Peterson never had a history of being any kind of a pro. I would understand if Adrian Peterson had the same kind of off-field history as like Ricky Williams. You'd go, all right, guy, why don't you get your life together? But it's like Adrian Peterson. It was like fucking almost a decade of just pure excellence and no off-the-field problems. And then he disciplines his kid, and they're like, what a piece of shit. Everybody just turned on him. I'm like, what are you doing?
It was old school discipline. That's how my fucking grandma used to spank me with a switch, and it fucking hurt, and it left marks. But to be fair, I was being a little asshole, and I deserved it.
My mom was an Irish Catholic, converted to Protestant, like fucking dry drunk, recovering alcoholic.
Jesus.
That woman, I guarantee you that woman has beaten me worse than I'd rather take a beating from Adrian Peterson. Past his prime, Adrian Peterson versus my mom in her prime? Fuck no, I'll take on Peterson.
And one thing that this makes me think, I mean, if Adrian Peterson had given his kid gender reassignment surgery instead of beating him,
he'd be applauded.
Would they be making a movie about him? Would he be winning like presidential awards? Like,
maybe that's what he was trying to beat out of the kid.
Yeah.
Not in my house.
He's like, I'm not Will Smith. I don't put up with that pussy ass shit. All right, my kids are gonna be fuck. You're a man. You'll be a man.
Not in this first ballot Hall of Fame house. Fuck out of here.
Fucking, you don't want to turn out like Magic Johnson's kid. He's like a goddamn RuPaul fucking drag show contestant now.
Yeah, I don't want the chances you're going to attempt suicide to be as high as my past conversion rate. Okay? So fucking stop it. Going to boarding school.
It's fair. It's fair. Oh man. Hey man. I can't believe it, but it's time for you to plug. We did a whole
we got to plug.
We
got to get you to plug out all your stuff, your social media. Where do you want people to go? I put Full Impact Pro in the chat.
Yes.
But what else do you want to promote while we have you on the program?
You can chill them too, but it's FullThrottleProWrestling.com. Full Throttle Pro Wrestling. Look us up on Facebook. It's Facebook.com/Full Throttle Pro Wrestling. Twitter, FTPW2016. Get those Twitter likes up. Check us out April 28th.
You have you don't have like a solo Twitter or anything like that?
Yeah, you know I don't. I got the Facebook deal. I've only got like 100 followers because I never put any content on there.
But dude, you are he's a very good subtle shit poster.
Yes.
You got to get more into that. Because he does know how to, I've seen Jay a couple times. He knows how to drop a fucking Molotov cocktail and just walk away. I got stuff to do. I'm just going to post a status and let you guys argue.
Set yourself up with a nice YouTube show or a podcast because I'm telling you, you will do well. I'm telling you right now, you would do well. You should really do that. That's where it's at now. And anything that breaks the norm, anything that's not, the same people talking about the same stuff. And again, of course, I'm also a wrestling mark. That's probably why I like you too. But you were great. Thank you so much. We would love to have you on. And Mike, are we putting him on the bench?
Yeah, we're going to put him on the bench. But I also got to ask, we got to get you involved. And I got this. We've been working on this idea. We're going to do a wrestling-centric show one time. It's just going to be a one-off. We're not doing it every week. But one weekend, we're going to get ourselves, and is it Gluck? Gluck's going to be in on it. And we're going to invite you as well. We're going to do a little panel, and we're going to have a 2-hour episode where we go over just the most poorly conceived, offensive gimmicks of all time.
Yes.
And we're not just doing WWE. I mean, we're going to dig up. We've got fucking old videos from indie shows. And just like there was the Stormtrooper was one of those guys who's just a neo-Nazi wrestler. Like we're gonna have some experts on, but thinking maybe we get him to do it.
That'd be great.
And we'll run some full impact commercials doing it. We'll cross brand a little bit, but we got to invite Jay Ritchie for that. Jay Ritchie, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, guys.
Can't wait to have you back on. Take care.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
That's
awesome.
Yeah, he's cool. I've been wanting to get him on for a while, but it's just like we keep getting these like we always have these weird crazies on.
Yeah.
And
I liked it. And we know we did some wrestling. So what? Deal with it. Deal with it.
It was nice to have not weird crazy on. That's like, well, I believe it needs to be 80% white, be 80 to 5%, and then the Spics can have 10%, and then the blacks can have. Well, what you do is the Muslims get 0%. It's nice to have somebody on who's like, yeah, Royal Rumble is terrible. How good is Trump doing? I love my tax cuts.
That was great.
Yeah, we are.
Wow, it's Friday. We got the weekend now.
Yeah, I mean, we do and we don't.
We do. We don't.
We do.
We don't.
We got a lot of stuff to do. We got a lot of catching up to do. I'll try to get a Guns for Tards shirt out there for you guys because everybody keeps asking for one. Yeah, so I guess
time to shill, my friend.
It is time to shill. If you'd like to help the program, we did get another patron during the show, and we will thank you for your service first thing Monday. Help us out. Hook us up. Contribute to the cause. Patreon.com/We're Not Sorry. If you want to donate one time, you can do it at paypal.me/We're Not Sorry. Make sure, don't forget, rate us 5 stars on Facebook, iTunes, Roku. Share, like, and please help us get our subscriber count up on YouTube. And also follow our backup channel. You can find it in the video description. We will see you Monday.
All the music on the show today provided again by C. Thomas Howell, SEETHOMASHOW. Make sure you check him out on Bandcamp. We will see you guys on Monday.